second video. I'm proud of myself. I'm taking another leap of faith and trying my hand at helping people who might need it most. So whoever finds this video, thank you for watching. And I don't know, I guess this message was meant to find you because I felt really, obviously I felt a little guided to do something like that. I think I'm at this space where I'm noticing that um people just need maybe a little bit more guidance than because it's a tough time. It's a tough time, and I think people need it. So I would hope to that my tiny little reading here will help people, and one day that I'm going to be a little less awkward, but we shall see. But anyway, so I'm going to be using an Oracle decks. This one right here, the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. I super like this deck. It's so pretty. I got another one by her, but I'm not going to use it now. And today is just the message I was meant to find you. So hopefully something will resonate. And I've been in a group lately. I forget the name of her channel. Well, Pamela started a group where they go over ascension symptoms and just the things that we're going past. It's been pretty tough. If I get her channel name, I will let somebody know. But as for now, if you're going through ascension symptoms, it's a lot of them. A lot of them will be hearing is like extreme exhaustion. Like I've been going through that with fatigue. I mean, just feeling like you running in the ocean. It's super hard to overcome. And for me, for the past for like the month or so, it's been feeling like I could get nothing accomplished. Like if it wasn't a priority, it just basically wasn't getting done. So I hope that if anybody's going through that they actually can get through it. What else is on ascension symptoms? Soreness in your shoulders, tightness, the rashes, all of that. We're going through very, very, very different times. And I like to say that it's really coming to a time where the gloves are off. I think after the pandemic, I realized that we're not playing kid games anymore. And I think that the people who are really in charge actually understand and know that the light that's coming to the planet now is so intense and so it's different. I don't know how long I've been on this ascension journey. I like to call it a descension journey because you truly are going through the darkness. Like you really have to shed and let go of everything. So I like to call it a descension rather than ascension. But it's just different times that we live in. And we're going to have to get used to not using the same old things that we used in the old paradigm. Your magic at this time better be stepped up. You better be tuning into your intuition a lot more, even if it doesn't make sense. Because I'm going through that phase in my life where I had this habit where, because I felt like I messed up so much to everything culminated on my path, that I just was like, okay, well, I'm going to ask for every step that I take. Every little thing I ask when I'm driving. Should I take a left or right? Should I grab this fork? Should I grab that fork? Everything on my journey right now, I'm asking because I was just so afraid to make a mistake. And maybe that's like a lesson to overcome. But I'm really glad that I do. So I'm like double checking in with myself, and I'm really trying not to miss a beat. So I do advise people, if you are having those intuitive hits and you're not really understanding those intuitive hits, and it seems like it's leading you somewhere that you thought where you were going, and then it's changing something completely different. Just trust the process. And that's what Spirit's having me ask now. Like, just trust the process. We understand, like, it's different and it is a little drying, especially when you're used to one thing, but it's just a whole new ball game now. And we had different uniforms. I don't even know if we playing the same game. We still think we playing baseball, but really maybe we didn't upgrade it to tennis. I don't know. I'm hearing it's not even about a game anymore. It's about something totally different. It's about learning your path and really knowing and cultivating who and what you are. So don't be afraid if anybody's afraid or a little confused about what's going on. It's part of the process and try to be grateful for it. So I'll ask now to get some cards to kind of get people in there. I always get like intimidated or like, damn bitch, it's another corny ass tarot reading, but I don't know. I always got it to speak on what I know, so I'm really trying here. Don't make fun of me. Anyway, let's see what we got. We got deep cellular healing. And I'm gonna shuffle. And the spirit was like, oh, you need to shuffle somewhere. Damn spirit guides. Messages for people who need it. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. These cards are so fucking pretty, man. I fucking love them. And I remember. 2 more cards. I got, let's see, Warrior Guardian came up too. I've been having a real hard time like staying hydrated, like really hydrated. If anybody need like hydration tips, some basic ones is put Celtic sea salt or just regular sea salt in your water because that has like a lot of electrolytes in it. If you can't get to that as soon as possible, Gatorade Zero is a good option because you don't want to drink all that sugar. That's going to dehydrate you more unless you're an athlete. But Gatorade Zero. Somebody suggested MCT oil. I don't want to put oil in my water, but, you know, go ahead if you want it. Light Body Crystal Grid. Where did I say? Everybody's getting an upgrade. Yup. Stay grounded. Okay, that's it. And then at the bottom, we are Hathors. Oh, I love Hathor. I talk to her a lot. We have for deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. So cute. Anyway, so how do I do this? Do I just do it like I normally do inside my mind's eye? Ugh. One day, man, I swear. I hope it's gonna be funny one day to look back and be like, bitch, what was you talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna go to the first card, Deep Cellular Healing. So, like I was saying, like, it's just a whole big process for us all to go through. If you can see her. That is so pretty. Deep Cellular Healing. It's, gloves are off, man. The 7 Sister Birthing Creation Tapestry of Life Expression. I remember. It's all coming back online. Yeah, that's what they said. The DNA that we going through. Our DNA has been constantly getting upgraded. So it's really nothing new about what's going on. But now that 10%, I think I read an article about what they were saying about how scientists are, I think they always trying to be figuring out that the 10% or the other 90% is junk. But that DNA has always been coming online now. And I think for people who might be just starting the process or coming out of the awakening period or starting to see those things that was so latent inside of you, those abilities, it's starting to come online. And unfortunately, because we have so much trauma built up inside of us and so many lies that we're fed, it's so many veils over our conditioning, over many lifetimes that we need to go ahead and start addressing. And that's really why it hurts so much when it comes up for us, because it's starting to push back. I remember reading somewhere, I believe it was in one of, I forget the name of the book, but I own this book, Not Surrender to God, Surrender to Love. But he's a Christian author. And in the book, he said, tell somebody a compliment or give somebody like good news and watch how much they'll backlash, watch how much backlash. Or we give somebody a compliment and they won't accept it. You know, it's like, oh, you look good and things like that. That's what's happening to our bodies. Our bodies are going through something that when this light is hitting us, that's coming down, it's actually helping to assist us to let go of those lies that we were told, to help address whatever trauma that we've carried with us over these years. over these millennia, really, depending on how long you've been down here. It's all coming together now, and it's all time to cultivate what it is that we came down here to do. So, next one we got star bathing, light crystal water. What did I tell you about that? Light, cosmic ancestor, and stay grounded. I remember I get channels from celebrities, and Michael Jackson is actually helps me out a lot. Um, he helps me a lot. And one of the things that he said, it's very imperative that you are not stressed out. So you can't fight yourself during this time. Go outside, go lay in some grass, go plant something. Even if you gotta stop doing the spiritual work for like, I remember that was a good thing for me to learn, is to not do so much spiritual work and not try to get avoid getting caught up in what I think I'm supposed to be doing, to kind of get your mind away from it, because the light that's coming in is definitely activating you. It's not a time for playtime anymore. It's really a time to like get into what your intuition and your spirit is requiring you to heal. Because what I'm seeing now more than ever is that magic and herbs and all that stuff is yesterday's news. Remember, that stuff is just for you to cultivate what you are. I remember someone saying that the magic systems that we've seen today was just a reflection of who you were beforehand. So manifesting things instantly with your mind's eye was very normal. And once we begin to fall and forget who we were, it became not so normal. So we had to figure out tools and ways to cultivate the life that we needed, and to shed and let go, and to let go of this illusion and accept it for what it was. So we started creating magic systems. But those magic systems are over and done for. We don't have to rely on those anymore. We have so much power and light in us at this time that's actually coming to the surface, but it can't break through if you still believing in lies that you told about yourself, or other people's that told you. Those veils need to be lifted in order for that light to shine through, to come through, and to make sure that whatever your divine purpose is lived out fully, and that you show up fully and being present with where you are now. Trying to look towards the future and try to look towards the thinking that the past is going to be the same is incredibly futile. During this after the pandemic is starting to let up, so to speak, there was something in me that just never felt like that was going to be it. Just because of everything changing in our reality right now, it doesn't feel like it's quite over. And because of the people who actually know what's going down here and know what's going on, um, they're not taking it lightly anymore. And neither should you. You shouldn't take this lightly anymore. Those old games that we used to play are definitely coming to a close, or have already closed for some of y'all. And maybe it's going to close for a lot more, but you know, the gloves are off. It's really time to step into your power and not be so afraid anymore. Believe me, you know, I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I definitely know how scary it can be to put yourself out there, because all these thoughts that you have, that you're not somehow going to succeed. And you know, I'm going to suck at this for a minute until I get it right, but I'm okay with that. I had so many failures in my life, or perceived failures and mistakes, that I'm okay with that. I'm okay with looking a little silly. I know it's going to improve, because that's just who I am. I'm always kind of not focused on improving, but a refinement process, and just accepting it is for what, you know, for what it's worth for now. But I hope that someone will find this, even if it's not that many. I hope that somebody will find this and learn to keep your head up during this time, because it's very exciting with all that light coming down. Very exciting times, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and I hope this finds you well, and take care of yourselves.